I tried to click on it and it didn't collapse. Why didn't it collapse? Hi, I'm Ryan, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Group Tab feature that's just been added to Google Chrome. Google Chrome added the ability to group tabs together so you can base the tabs on different classes or projects and take care of the clutter when you have a million tabs open. In fact, at work, I installed an extension that counted my tabs because I usually hit 150 tabs open across 5 or 6 different windows, and it becomes a pain. I've just started playing around with the grouping of the tabs, and that's going to help eliminate a lot of those extra windows. Because when I'm researching or working, I can put the tabs that I'm interested in into a group and come back to them later. One thing we need to do before we start is go to your settings. So click on the 3-dot menu and go to settings. Scroll to the very bottom and be sure on startup, continue where you left off is checked. You notice when I started up Chrome here, all of my tabs reopened. The reason being is Google hasn't added the ability to save your tab groups. As soon as you close the browser, if this is not selected, you lose your tab groups and then you'll have to go in and recreate them all. This also makes it easier when you have to restart your machine or shut it down for some reason. You can just come back in, Chrome starts up, and everything's right back to where it was. I've opened up some tabs here that I'm going to want to group. My first 3 tabs are my mail, my drive, and my classroom. Those I want to put those tabs together. One way to do that is on the first tab, I'm going to right click, hit the right button. If you're on a trackpad on a laptop, use 2 fingers, clicks, and it'll right click and add tab to new group. Now it's going to create my group. I'm going to color this one red so it really shows up. And this is going to be my main group. This is the one that has tabs in it that I use a lot. And now I have my main group with 1 tab in it. And I can hide that group just by clicking on the main. I want to add my drive and classes to that group. I right click on the tab and add tab to group, main. And I can do that to classes also. Once they're in a group, I can collapse them all and get them out of the way. If I'm teaching, I can easily just click on main and they get out of my way so students might not. So if I have my grade book open, I don't have to worry about it. As soon as I click main, they get out of my way. And you notice it went to my next class. And if I want to go back to it, I just click on main and then I can jump back to those. So I'm going to make up another tab group for my Starship class. I can click on it, add tab to group, new group. I'm going to say Starship. We're going to color this one orange. And then I can just click and add to group. I can minimize that or maximize it. Pretty cool. And because I hit that save where I left off in the settings, if I close my Chrome and open it back up, everything's right back to where it was. Now I'm going to show you a faster way than right clicking on each one. I'm going to ungroup these. And to ungroup, you just right click and say ungroup. I can also move the group to a new window or close the group. I'm going to show you a faster way of these 4 tabs. This is what I'm going to study today, and we're going to cover the Enterprise D in my Starship Maintenance class with these 4 tabs. If I click on the first tab and I'm holding down the shift key now and click on the last tab that I want to select, because these are all together, you notice how they kind of all lit up? See how the default color is that kind of grayish? I'm going to click on the first one, hold down the shift, click on the last one. Now it's going to affect all 4 of those tabs at the same time. So I can hit right click, add tabs to group, and I'm going to make my new group. Color it orange. And now all of those are in my group. And it puts this nice little orange line so I know which group I'm in. If I want to collapse that group, boom, it's gone. If I'm doing a search, here's your next tip of the day. If you right click on one of these links, you can say open link in a new tab. And it'll open up in the background in a new tab. So let's say I'm researching, I have all these tabs here, and I want to do something else, but I don't want to close those tabs. I just want to collapse them. That's another use for the group, because I had clicked on the first one, held down shift, clicked on the last one, add tabs to group, new group, Starship. Now, I tried to click on it and it didn't collapse. Why didn't it collapse? It's because there are no tabs that would be open, so it won't let you collapse all of them. There has to be at least one tab open somewhere. If I create a new tab, now it'll let me collapse. So I collapse all my Starship research tabs all together in one. If I'm working with several different spreadsheets on a project, I can make a project, put them all in that group. I can keep them all in one window. I don't have multiple windows, or I can put them in multiple windows depending on what works best for me. But it's a great way to collapse, and especially if you're using your same machine to teach, you can put in my main, I can put tabs that I don't necessarily want the class to be distracted with. Let's say I was reading up about this on CNET, I can add that to my main group. So now if I collapse my main group, it's hidden. Oh, it won't let me collapse because look, I don't have a tab open. Once I have at least one tab open or a group, I can then collapse. Quick way to get things out of the way. I can also put those in a different window and minimize it. There's all sorts of different things. But the tab groups are great. Be sure to go to the settings, scroll all the way down, and continue where you're left off. Because now when I close this, if I start it back up, it goes right, and all my stuff is all right there. That's it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you do, hit the like button. Be sure to check my site out over at educate.me. Stay classy.